Good morning, Card Meanie. It's RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day from 2012 from the Panini Cooperstown release. This is an insert within that set called the Induction, and it just highlights a series of photos of Hall of Famers holding up their Induction Day plaque, or photos taken during their induction ceremonies. Obviously, Mr. Schmidt was inducted in 1995. Interestingly, the card number, according to the tradingcarddatabase.com, is number 5 in this insert set, but it says card number on this banner, and on the other banner, maybe this is like it is just a bit of grit. Okay. I thought that said 95 for a second, but it says 05. So, okay. This is card number 5 out of that insert set. Anyway, it's another picture of Mike. Mike's plaque got in the image. That's what I showed off his postcard on Monday. I'm showing this one off on Wednesday because that also has a picture of his plaque in it. So from 2012 Panini Cooperstown, this is the induction insert card. So today's random baseball item, another cool little set to show off from Topps Stadium Club, little 20 card insert set called Crunch Time. 1995 Stadium Club. Some of the better, obviously, home run or better hitters of the game. Crunch Time. You have Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Fame. Kirby Puckett, Hall of Fame. Frank Thomas. This one appears to be a miscut card if you take a look at how the thing happened, but there it is. Crunch Time, Hall of Famer. Albert Bell, who did not make the Hall of Fame. Julio Franco, not a Hall of Famer. Jose Canseco, not a Hall of Famer. Paul Molitor in the Hall. Joe Carter, not in the Hall. Junior. Larry Walker. Dante Bichette didn't make the Hall. Carlos Baerga didn't make the Hall. Fred McGriff. Urban Sierra did not make the Hall. Will Clark did not make the Hall. Moises Alou, no. Rafael Palmeiro, no. Travis Fryman, no. Barry Bonds, no. And Cal Ripken. The reason I say it that way is because we all think about the Hall of Famers as being great players their entire career. No doubt, primarily they are. However, there's also a lot of star players who were great for a few seasons or had great power numbers for a brief period of time, and then were honored in their time, but didn't achieve the legendary status necessary to make it into the Hall of Fame. And I always find it fascinating when I see these little sets to be reminded about who was a big deal in their time, at one time in their career, like Travis Fryman, for example, makes it into this set. And Travis Fryman is one of those players that people just barely remember even existed in baseball. And the guy had a very productive career, even though, he didn't make it to the Hall of Fame. He was still quite the player. So I like to look at these sets for that reason. It reminds me how hard it is, really, to get into the Hall of Fame. It is not an easy thing to do. So, all right. Today's trivia question. Lou Gehrig and his streak. We all know the primary thing people know about Lou Gehrig is he replaced Wally Pipp. And there's a joke that baseball players use whenever somebody goes down in a hot rookie. Whenever somebody goes down with an injury and a hot rookie comes up and has a great day, a lot of the baseball players will kid around. They'll take a piece of tape or something and put Wally Pipp's name over their locker of the player that got injured, as if to say, you're Wally Pipp and that new rookie is going to take your spot. Ha, ha, ha. I've seen that on some highlight reels a number of times over the years about baseball teams doing that to stars that go down with an injury, and some hot rookie has a great time taking their place for a bit. Anyway, so we all think to ourselves, okay, Babe Ruth started his career streak as Wally Pipp, couldn't play one day. The truth is, Gary also actually started the streak the day before he replaced Wally Pipp. He came in as in a pinch hitting role. He actually pinch hit for somebody to appear in a major league game and begin his streak. My question to you is, who did Lou Gehrig pinch hit for to start his streak? That's your question. Send me an email. You will be playing for a Shohei Ohtani Topps Holiday card from last year. There's a Shohei card from last year. Last year's Topps Holiday of Shohei. That's what you're playing for. Send me an email with the correct answer. I will include my email in the description below along with the repeated question. You'll have today and tomorrow to answer. We'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. Today, similar to Monday, I showed off 2 sets by the same manufacturer on Monday, or the same company, product, whatever you want to do, and compared who was in it. This is a little different. Same theory in a way. It is a set, 2 different sets released by the same company in back-to-back years. But in this case, I don't want to say there are no players that made the cut. I just want to show you the cards because it's interesting to me, the players that are highlighted. In this case, I'm showing off from 1993, the Ted Williams Card Company's insert set called the Locklear Collection. So what is a Locklear collection? So Mr. Locklear was an artist. I will show you the checklist card. So it is an art card, and this image in the background shows the various players that made the set. It is a checklist card. So if you turn it over, you'll see a serial number because the cards themselves were all serial numbered. I want to say there's about 50,000 of them. I don't know the exact number because I don't know what the top number is. But interestingly, because these were insert cards, they weren't issued in packs. They weren't distributed as a complete set. To find I don't think it's possible to find a serial number matching set. That'd be insane if you could do that. But I don't know of anyone who's taken the time to do it, nor why would you? It's a little out there. But anyway, this was the checklist card, and Locklear, Mr. Locklear was an artist of some renown, I suppose. I have never heard of him, not familiar with his work. There are a few sports artists that I am aware of. Mr. Locklear is not one of them. But these were the players. You saw the checklist right there's the checklist. I'll put it right there. And here we go with the cards. So they're very dark. The background is very dark. Difficult to see the player. A lot of purples and blues and reds in the background, and it's hard to see the guys. But here's Yogi. And then a bio on the back of every card. I'm just going to show you the cards. You got Lou Brock. Awesome Willie Mays card. Love that. Very familiar pose of Willie with his follow through there. Got a horizontal card of Johnny Mize. Interesting choice to choose Johnny Mize for this card, the card set. Satchel Paige. Fantastic Satchel Paige card. This image here is a typical image you see in most publications, that side view where he's just posing there. Babe Ruth, of course. They got the childhood photo of Babe Ruth here. If you know your Babe Ruth has a lot of images associated with him, and this is a well-known photo as him as a baby right here. I should say it's a baby. He's probably about 1.5, 2 years old in this picture. But that one is easily found online or in books about Ruth. You've got Enos Slaughter. Carl Yastrzemski, going into more modern players, even though, that he was certainly retired by 1993. And then, of course, since this is the Ted Williams Card Company, they put in a card of Ted Williams. Now, I believe, and I'm going to show the other set, but I'm pretty sure, because it is the Ted Williams Card Company, Ted made both checklists. Let's find out if anybody else did. So that was the 1992 Locklear Collection. And like I said, it was fairly dark. This is the checklist for the 1994 version. The Ted Williams Card Company only released cards for 2 years, 1993 and 1994, similar to the other checklist. Interestingly, they're trying to really hype baseball as a child's game, so they put kids on that checklist card. Very cool, I think. But here are the players that were part of the second release. And again, they're serial numbered on the back. So here's the first one, Ty Cobb. I don't like this portrait version that doesn't look like Ty Cobb at all. So Mr. Locklear really didn't study Ty Cobb enough to get that proper. Again, they're serial numbered. This is why I say I think they're out of 50,000 or something, maybe 100,000, but 50,000. This one goes to 34,000. So we'll go through all of these. Ty Cobb made the cut this time. Bob Feller. You got Lou Gehrig this time. That's a famous pose of Lou with his hand on his chin, kneeling in the dugout. I've seen that many times. Josh Gibson as opposed to Satchel Paige. Nice Walter Johnson. Casey Stengel arguing with the umpire. Love that. Got Honus Wagner. This is a very famous pose of Honus Wagner kneeling by the bat rack. And then Cy Young. Ted Williams did not make the thing. So in this particular case, 2 sets, same manufacturer, same subject matter, back to back. It did not warrant any doubles, which I'm kind of glad of. Interestingly as well, the checklist, this one was numbered 1 to 10. So 9 cards plus a checklist made 10 cards. For whatever reason, and I think rightly so, in the second year, they only issued 8 cards and the checklist was number 9 because one of the things the Ted Williams Card Company did was usually produce 9 cards in a, what I want to call a subset or an insert set. So you could easily store them in a single plastic sheet, a single card sheet. You could easily insert them into a binder and you could have all of your cards displayed beautifully. How about that? Beautifully, if you wanted to display them to anybody. So that is for 1993 and 1994, the Ted Williams Company's Locklear Collection. Cards of an artist. I can't remember Mr. Locklear's first name. And again, he is not, in my mind, a well-known sports artist. Leroy Neiman, for me, is a well-known sports artist. I know there were a couple of the names. That's the only one that comes to mind. But there are a few other where, these guys are doing art of baseball players and they're like high-quality, museum-quality pieces. So anyway, that is my showcase for today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card media, all right? Don't forget the trivia question. Hope you come back again on Friday because we'll do this one more time with another great prize and trivia question for you guys to ponder, all right? Thanks for taking time to watch today. Come back again on Friday and take care.